Good morning, friends. I'm going to share with you a story so powerful. It didn't just inspire someone, it completely transformed his life. It's about Bob Proctor. And I promise you, if you truly open your heart to this message, it might just change your life too. You see, this isn't something most people understand. Not because it's complicated, but because it requires belief. Real, unwavering belief. But those who do understand it, oh, they live a life most can only dream of. Not just richer, freer, fuller, more vibrant. I remember a quote from a Spanish distiller that stuck with me. A good life is expensive. But then he paused and said, there's a cheaper way to live, but it's not any good. And honestly, that hit me. Because it was real. Raw. True. Many years ago, I was at my lowest, completely flat broke. Not just in my bank account, but in my self-worth. I had never had money. I was 26. No business experience. Barely 2 months of high school. And my dreams? Buried under a mountain of debt and doubt. Then something happened. A man handed me a book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. A simple gesture, but it lit a spark inside me. He looked at me and said with absolute certainty, read this. Do exactly what I tell you. You can have anything you want. I didn't really believe him, but I believed he believed it. And that was enough to get me started. At that moment, all I could think of was money. I just wanted enough to stop feeling so small. I thought, if I could just earn more, all my problems would disappear. But back then, I was earning $4,000 a year, while drowning in $6,000 of debt. I felt hopeless. Like no matter what I did, I would never be free. If I gave every cent I earned or owned, I'd still barely break even after 18 months. Can you imagine how crushing that feels? But here's the miracle. Within 1 year, not 10, not 5, 1 year, I went from $4,000 a year to $15,000 a month. And no, I hadn't suddenly become a genius. I didn't have a magical degree or secret inheritance. But I did something far more powerful. I changed my thinking. Because here's the truth. You don't have to be a genius to earn money. But you do have to understand a few simple, powerful principles. And that's what I want to share with you today. If you look up here on the screen, you'll see a woman standing beside me. A phenomenal woman. My business partner. Her name is Sandy Gallagher. Now, if I've ever met anyone who understands money on a soul-deep level, it's her. When I first met Sandy, she was a brilliant securities attorney, razor-sharp, respected, and deeply experienced. She had spent 20 years in banking law. And when I casually asked her, so, how much business have you done? She calmly said, 100 billion. I blinked. You mean 100 million? No, she smiled. 100 billion. That moment shook me. Not because of the number, but because of the clarity and confidence in her voice. She was buying, selling, merging banks. She was moving in a world most people don't even know exists. And I thought, that's the kind of person I want to learn from. That's the energy I want around me. Fast forward 10 years, and she's still my business partner. And let me tell you, she is brilliant. But more than that, she's living proof of what happens when you truly understand the flow of money, the psychology behind wealth. And here's the part one want you to hold on to. You can earn every month what you're currently earning in a year. Sounds impossible? It's not. This isn't some motivational fluff. This is real. Because wealth, true wealth, isn't just about numbers. It's about mindset. It's about stepping into that invisible stream that carries people toward greatness. Let me explain with something Napoleon Hill wrote, something that etched itself into my soul when I first started this journey. He said, when money comes in quantities known as the big money, it flows to the one who accumulates it as easily as water flows downhill. Let that sink in. Now, Hill talks about a great stream of power, a stream that flows like a mighty river. One side of that stream, it carries those who align with it onward and upward to abundance, purpose, freedom. The other side, it drags down everyone caught in it. into struggle, limitation, and despair. And here's the most heart-wrenching part. Most people are trapped on that wrong side. Not because they deserve it, but because they don't know there's another way. But those who break free, those who dare to shift their thinking, who allow themselves to believe, who feel worthy of receiving, they find themselves lifted by that stream almost effortlessly. Because it's not about working harder, it's about aligning your thoughts, your emotions, and your vision with abundance. Every person who has built a great fortune has tapped into that stream. They've recognized that wealth starts in the mind, flows through the heart, and manifests in life. That stream is available to you right now. All it takes is one choice: to believe, to shift, to awaken. Because once you do, everything changes. There is a stream in this life, a stream of energy, of power, that quietly flows all around us, invisible yet unstoppable. And if you learn how to step into it, it carries you to fortune, to freedom, to the life you were always meant to live. But there's another current, just as real, just as strong. It's fed by fear, by doubt, by anger, by scarcity. These negative emotions create a current that pulls you down into poverty, slowly, silently, and without mercy. And here comes a truth so powerful, it demands your full attention. Napoleon Hill once said, "This carries a thought of stupendous importance." To you, the person who's listening, the person who's hungry to change, to grow, to build a life beyond mere survival. This could be the very shift that changes everything. If you find yourself drifting on the side of that stream that leads to poverty, that current that whispers, "You're not enough," or "It's too late," you don't have to stay there. You can take this truth and use it as a tool to propel yourself across, to the other side. But listen closely. Knowledge alone is not enough. This truth, it will not serve you just because you heard it, or liked it, or judged it as wise. It will only serve you if you use it, if you apply it, if you let it guide your actions and reshape your habits. Because here's the reality. Poverty and riches often change places. Yes, poverty may show up uninvited, bold and ruthless, barging in unannounced. It needs no plan. It takes no effort. It thrives in passivity, in inaction, in fear. It needs no one to help it, because it feeds on your surrender. But riches? Riches are different. They are gentle, shy, almost afraid to intrude. They do not chase you. You have to attract them. You have to invite them with the frequency of your thoughts and the clarity of your vision. And yes, we've talked about this before in The Secret. Riches, opportunity, abundance, they respond to attraction. Now stay with me, because you're going to love what comes next. First of all, money must be earned, not just desired, not just dreamed about. There is a law that governs this universe, and it's as real as gravity. Everything operates by law. One of the most profound, the law of compensation. Ralph Waldo Emerson captured it beautifully. The law of compensation is exact. It says that the amount of money you earn will always be in direct proportion to three specific things. 1. The need for what you do. 2. Your ability to do it. 3. The difficulty there isn't replacing you. Let that sink in. This isn't vague. It's not a mystery. It's a formula, a map for building a fortune. Now, let's unpack this. 1. The need for what you do. This world is hungry for solutions. It needs you, your ideas, your energy, your gifts. So trust me, the need is already there. You don't need to worry about that. 2. Your ability to do it. This is where your power lies. The only thing you need to focus on right now is this. Get better. Every single day. Get better. Whatever you're doing, improve it. Sharpen your skill. Deepen your knowledge. Become so good that your value becomes undeniable. 3. The difficulty in replacing you. This will take care of itself if you take care of point number 2. That's it. Focus on your ability. Because as you grow, your value grows. And as your value grows, the universe has no choice but to compensate you accordingly. I remember thinking about this for a long, long time. And when I finally understood it, I realized how true it is. So crystal clear, so powerful, so liberating. There's no one else you need to beat. There's no one you need to outrun. Your only competition is yourself. Let that empower you, not discourage you. Because you're not in a race. You're in a refinement. Master your craft. Master your purpose. Master yourself. Now, I want you to understand something even deeper. There are only 3 strategies for earning money. That's right. Just 3. And if you can grasp this, truly own it, you'll have the keys that most people spend their whole lives searching for. They're called M1, M2, and M3. Before we dive into them, let me offer you this. Please burn this truth into your heart. If you don't teach your children how to earn money, odds are they never will. Because school doesn't teach us this. You can go all the way through school, even Harvard, Oxford, Stanford, and still walk out not knowing the first thing about earning a fortune. You might know how to solve equations, write essays, follow instructions. But if you don't understand how wealth works, if you don't understand the energy of money, if you don't understand how to attract and earn it, you'll always feel like you're chasing something just out of reach. This is your wake-up call. This is your permission to change. This is your chance to step into the stream that carries you to fortune. Let poverty drift away. Let doubt die. Let your greatness rise. Because now, you know. And now, you can. They'll teach you how to invest it. They'll teach you how to store it. They'll even teach you how to count it. But they will not teach you how to earn it. And that, right there, is the root of the struggle so many face. Think about that. We are taught how to protect money, preserve it, track it, but not how to actually create it, attract it, or build it. Now, listen carefully, because what I'm about to share with you could change your life and your children's lives. There are only 3 strategies in this world to earn money. Just 3. And if you're going to teach your children anything about wealth, please teach them 3 strategy. But let's begin with the one that almost everyone falls into. Strategy 1, the path followed by 96% of the population. And hear me when I say this. It does not work. It has never worked. This is the strategy where you trade your time for money. Sounds familiar, right? Work more hours. Work harder. Earn more. Repeat. But here's the trap. This strategy has a fatal flaw. It's called saturation. You eventually run out of time. It doesn't matter how efficient you are. It doesn't matter if you earn $20, $100, or even $1,000 per hour. At some point, you hit a wall. Because no matter how hard you try, you can't buy more hours in a day. You are trading your life for a paycheck. And in the long run, that is not freedom, that is modern slavery. It does not work. Strategy 2, a brilliant path, but only used by 3% of the population. This is where you invest money to make money. And it's a solid strategy, no doubt. But here's the problem. Most people stuck in strategy 1 hear about this, and they try to jump in. They squirrel away a small portion of their income. They take a leap. They invest. But they don't know what they're doing. They're guessing, hoping, gambling. And more often than not, they lose what little they put in. Listen, if you're going to invest money, you better either know what you're doing or learn from someone who's proven they know what they're doing. Otherwise, it's not investing, it's donating. Now, here's where everything changes. Strategy 3. The Holy Grail. The game changer. Only 1% of the population uses it. But that 1% earns 96% of all the wealth in the world. Let that sink in. This is the strategy where you multiply your time by setting up multiple sources of income. This is how the rich play the game. This is the path to true financial freedom. And here's the kicker. I used to think the people who earned millions were super smart, gifted, born with a silver spoon. But as I got closer, I realized that wasn't always the case. Some of them weren't geniuses. Some weren't even that impressive. And yet, they were earning millions. I started earning over $1 million a year, and it hit me. I had unknowingly stumbled onto strategy 3. I didn't fully understand what I was doing, but I was doing it. And then I looked back at what I was taught. If you want to earn a lot of money, you need to be very smart. I believed that. But I wasn't the smartest guy in the room. Still, I was earning. And that's when the truth hit me hard. It's not about being the smartest. It's about understanding the right strategy. Those who succeed at M3, strategy 3, they don't just work harder. They work smarter. They create systems. They build assets. They unlock freedom. They build multiple streams of income, so money flows even while they sleep. And no, that's not the same as juggling multiple jobs. This isn't about grinding more. It's about earning passively, strategically, and intelligently. Today, right now, with the power of the internet, automation, and connection, it's never been easier to set this up. If you're serious, you can turn your annual income into your monthly income. Yes, you heard that right. And millions are already doing it. So here we are, back at the crossroad. And the question I ask you is simple. Will you continue to trade time for money? Or will you choose to build multiple streams of income and finally start earning while you sleep? Because in the end, when you study the wealthy, when you trace their steps, you'll discover one undeniable truth. They never had just one stream of income. Not one of them. They built systems. They created leverage. They multiplied their time. And so can you. They had all kinds of different sources of income. And honestly, I'm not even sure how many I have now. Because the truth is, I don't even manage them anymore. I have a team. Sandy, my business partner, he's got a whole group of people just to look after the money that flows in from different places every single day. And that's the level I'm talking about. Now take a pause, breathe, and listen with your heart. Because this is no ordinary message. This is a wake-up call. Our world is changing faster than we could have ever imagined. And if you don't stop, if you don't shift, you're going to be left behind. Make no mistake about it. You know, Alvin Toffler once wrote a book. Back in 1970. It was called Future Shock. He tried to warn us. He said, massive change is coming. I was working with Earl Nightingale and Lloyd Conant back then. We were all reading that book. And we laughed at some of the predictions. We said, that could never happen. But oh, how wrong we were. Fast forward 40, 50 years. Toffler didn't dream big enough. The future didn't just shock us. It blew past us like a storm. And before he passed, he left us with something brilliant. A truth that shakes the soul. He said, the illiterate of the 21st century won't be those who cannot read and write. It will be those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Let that settle in your spirit. Because the way we were taught to live, to earn, to survive, it's outdated. Most of what we've learned, we'll have to unlearn. And then we'll have to relearn completely new rules. That's exactly what I'm doing every day. Unlearning, learning, evolving. And here's one thing I've learned that changed everything. The world is not getting bigger. It's getting smaller. It's shrinking. And this is your advantage. Today, from the corner of your room, you can build a global business. You can have clients in 10 countries. You can create income while you sleep, all through multiple sources of income. So here's the real question. How much do you want? Seriously, how much do you truly want? Because the tools, the tech, the systems, they're already here. And income? It can flow from anywhere in the world into your bank account. That's not a dream. That's reality. And I'm living proof of it. Our company? It's built that way. We train consultants to build wealth through wisdom. We teach them to teach others. And they They create multiple streams of income just like we did. If I were to start over today, you know what I'd do? I'd start with network marketing. Because done right, with the right mentors, it's one of the simplest ways to begin building your own financial web. Now, I won't sugarcoat it. Most people jump in and earn nothing. Why? Because they don't work with the right people. They chase quick wins. They get discouraged. They give up. But if you study the real players, the heavy hitters, you'll see the pattern. Every single one of them has multiple sources of income. And the money? It comes to them from every direction, like a waterfall that never stops. It's a beautiful thing to witness. And here's the part that should ignite a fire inside you. It doesn't matter where you live. You could be in a village or a skyscraper. If you understand the game, you can start building your own sources of income all over the globe. And once you do, you just keep going. Keep planting seeds. Keep opening doors. You like this idea, don't you? Good. Because I'm here to tell you something. You are capable of this. Yes, you. You've got everything you need right now inside of you. We don't just preach this. We teach it. And we show people how to live it. And if you're wondering, are all income streams the same size? The answer is no. Some are big. Some are small. But here's what they all have in common. They flow into your bank account, one by one, over and over, day after day. Big or small, it keeps coming. And before you know it, your account starts to grow and grow and grow. It's not just money. It's freedom. It's options. It's the life you once thought was only for other people. Now it's for you, if you're ready. So ask yourself again, how much do you want to earn? Rewatch this message. Let it sink in. Share it with the ones you care about. Because it's time we stop trading ours for dollars. It's time to build the life you were meant to live. And as Napoleon Hill once said, it's not about having a job. It's about earning the big money. The kind that sets you free. The kind that lets you give, grow, and live. And that, my friend, starts with multiple sources of income. Now it's your turn. Please type in the comment section. After hearing this, what's the one thing you're going to start doing today to build your own multiple sources of income? And how much do you truly want to earn? Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel for more life learning videos.